Last week, we continued our RISE review games and completed our first week of RISE testing. Let's find out more.
All right, Mustangs, here we are with another report of how the M Games results from last week, and I am so excited. 7th graders, you did it! It was a nail biter last week. We were looking at that score every day, and you were tied for a while, but in the end, 7th grade, you pulled through. I'm so proud of you. You all get 200 crazy points for beating out those 8th graders in the last minute. So those points are added to your crazy point totals, and we're so proud of you. 8th grade, you also did an excellent job because you worked so hard on those language arts practice quizzes last week. You are ready. Our language arts RISE test starts tomorrow, and we know you're ready. Well done.
So speaking of ready 8th graders, everybody really, but especially 8th graders, right? M Games quizzes this week will be all about science. So those questions will be science questions to prepare you for next week, the RISE Science. So 8th graders, make sure that you are doing everything you can do. Get those quizzes done, get all the points you can. 8th graders, we're winning this week.
8th graders, we're rooting for you, but I'm still rooting for 7th graders.
8th graders.
Hey there, Mustangs. I have yet to tell you about one of the most fun and most exciting parts of the M Games Part 2, the M Games part that you are working on right now. Most of you saw and got to use this sheet during your RISE testing this last week. I just grabbed a couple of these that show stamps or signatures that you got from your testing proctor for being on time, thoroughly using your scratch paper, bringing book and sitting reading quietly when finished, and completing double-checking your answers. But most students didn't know what were these for. Well, as you can see right back here, they are getting put into our M Games window. And we will continue to add to this every week. The green ones were the ones you used this last week for the writing test, but you're going to get a new one this next week for the language arts test. Every stamp, not just every paper, but every stamp or signature you get is one time your name is in the drawing. And we're filling this up to be able to do a big drawing. Here's what we'll do. Every single week, starting with next week's Mustang Media, we're going to give away a prize basket from one of these. At the end of the entire M Games testing, or the RISE testing, we will have a drawing like we did last year where we give out lots of prizes. And we will just keep drawing out people's names. That drawing's awesome at the end. I remember we gave away gift baskets. There were basketballs and footballs and soccer balls and lots of cool things that were part of that. So this is filling up quite nicely here. It'll be cool and exciting to see it as it fills up every week with the new cards you guys get turned in from the weeks before testing. We'll keep Mr. Johnson hard at work on this. Thank you, Mustangs. We look forward to this week.
So cool. Thank you for doing your best on the RISE.